Hello guys and gals, this is Willow Page What Ifs here, and I am actually doing a video for one of my series right now. My how should I say, not content, but my channel is under how should I say, a change right now. I've been doing trailers for the new What Ifs I'm gonna do at the end of the year to next year. So yeah, these are all the trailers I'm gonna that I'm sending out right now are for the end of this year to next year. And yeah. And after this video I am going to do 3 what ifs from my channel. I'm gonna bring out a poll pretty much. Whoever says the what if that you want, I'll continue the series until it is finished. So yeah. I hope you like what I'm going to do. So yeah. I'm going to do that one series that you want. But yeah, after I do this video, I'm going to bring out a few more trailers, and then I'm going to bring out the poll at the same time with the few other trailers I'm going to bring out. And these are going to be the what if Deku got turned into a girl, or what if Deku emerged. But yeah, either that name or that name. And I'm going to do some creepypasta what ifs trailers for y'all. So yeah, I hope you like this what if, and I'll see y'all after this fucking hell, this intro, motherfuckers. I banged out for a second, sorry about that. But after this trailer, my intro, I'll freaking see y'all motherfuckers on the flip side.
I was an infant, kids a fucking monster, I feel like I'm Ben 10. Niggas bug on me, I don't fuck with your insects. Heard you don't want smoke, getting scared of that incense. Feeling like I'm taking, I turn you to past tense. All you pussy niggas, I swear it's your last chance. I'm about my dollars, my niggas don't make sense. Been a fucking sucker since I was an infant. Okay, like Gucci on me, 7 on my collar. I don't fool with snakes, stick on me, stick on me. Yeah, so fucking take favorite hoodie, 444 and camo. She thought it was okay. Her favorite king, y'all her favorite king. She said it was red. Yeah, you niggas is trash, reminding me of 6ix9ine. Water my neck, remind me of a riptide. I tie her up, she looking cute and yeah. Dick die, she gon' run my dick.
Now, we're gonna start the story where we left off. We're skipping years ahead, as we the camera pans to the front of the house that Miracle, or Rumi, and Bonnie are living in. As right now, I'm going to say that Bonnie is around 9 to 10 years old right now. So 10 years has passed since his birth, and Rumi has hid this fact from Hawks. He has been suspicious this whole time of Bonnie, because Bonnie has a lot of similarities to him. So as he keeps suspecting more and more during these 10 years, he keeps getting madder and madder at Rumi for hiding this from him. He is about to blow up on her, but he needs concrete proof. So he's hiding this fact that he knows or thinks that Bonnie is his son. So now that I'm done talking about that, the camera pans from the front of this two-story house, and it moves around to the front of the house, moves to the kitchen, to the living room where Rumi is at, because she's on her day off as she's eating a carrot while watching a comedy, as she's laughing, as we skip to going upstairs now. The camera pans upstairs as the camera pans to the first room from the stairs as the door is shut, as you can't hear anything from that room. But the camera pans through the door and you hear a guitar playing, an electric guitar, as music is playing right now, and instruments, as pretty much background music to the boy that is playing the electric guitar. As you see this purple-headed boy with bunny ears, though the bunny ears look kind of weird. But as you hear the guitar start playing and the background starting, as he is rocking out right now, as he is doing a hardcore song pretty much, as he is going all out right now, as he is playing to his heart's content. As I'm gonna say 5 minutes pass and he is sweating, drenched in sweat, as he has been doing this for about 2 hours straight, just playing his guitar, just playing it with the music, pretty much making music out of it, making good songs. Sometimes he'd make just different types of music, indie music, yada yada, this, etc., pop, any type of genres. He likes making different sounds, pretty much. Sometimes he make his own music as he sang to the music that he created. As he has a song that he did that he wants everything perfect for, as he has been training his how should I say, instrument playing for since he knew he could learn to talk, walk, and do anything. He learned how to play the guitar, as he learned from a young age to play the guitar from Rumi, because her family is a musical type of family. They actually love music, but Rumi isn't as that much into music, but she loves music nonetheless. But she was surprised whenever she learned, right when Bonnie learned how to talk or anything. He wanted to learn how to play a guitar that he saw while they were walking in the mall one day. She was buying groceries and different things for Bonnie, as yeah, Bonnie saw a music store and he walked in it. As he walked in it and he looked around, as he saw different types of instruments, different types of records, music, as during that moment of being in the music store, he fell in love with music, as he saw the guitars just on the shelves, just laying, just waiting for someone to play it. As he walked to one of the nearest guitars that he could see, as it was just a regular old guitar. Not really old, it was pretty new. No one has touched it. It's just a regular guitar. Not an electric, nothing too fancy, just a regular guitar. As he picked it up, it was pretty big for him because he was pretty small. He was about, I'm going to say, 5 that this happened. As he strung the string, as he heard that beautiful sound that came out of the guitar, as his eyes sparkled in enjoyment, as he tried to continue doing that, but he knew he was doing it wrong. As Rumi finally came into the store, noticing that Bonnie is not where her car was, as she left her card by the music store. As she sees Bonnie right behind a glass window, holding a regular guitar with sparkles in his eyes, as she smiles warmly. As she was about to panic, but she saw him, so she completely forgot about her panic, and she walked inside the store toward her son. As she sees him trying to play the guitar, he is playing it, but not correctly. As he's getting frustrated, he wants to play it good. He wants to play it real good, like in songs. As he sees his mother walk towards him, as he pouts, saying, "I can't make a good sound, Mama." As Rumi walks toward him, and she crouches down, eye to eye, as she pats him on the head, as she says, "My little purple bunny." It's okay, don't worry, little one. My little bunny boy. You will learn. If you really want to learn how to play guitar, I can teach you. You know our family is really big on music. As Bonnie nods, as she says, "Yeah, Grandma is really big on music. I don't know what about our uncles and aunts, but I know they are really into music, but not as much as Grandma. She is. I don't know. She's on another level, Mama." As Rumi just chuckles as she says, "Yes, Grandma is a music fanatic. She loves all types of genres, yada yada yada." But we're not going to talk about that, sweetie. I can teach you how to play a guitar if you really want to learn. As sparkles in his eyes appear again, as he says, "Yes, Mama, I would love to learn." As she chuckles as she says, "Though I'm not going to buy you a new one. A new guitar. I already have one at home. One that is a little old and beaten up, but you can play it. And it's still really relatively in good shape." As Bonnie nods rigorously as she chuckles as she says, "Come on, Bunny, we're done shopping." As they leave and they go to the house. As during those years since the age of 5, he has learned how to play the guitar, yeah. As we skip to whenever he's 7, as he has perfectly, and I mean perfectly, learn how to play the guitar, as he is a master at it, as he is someone that you expect a pro guitarist playing as. He plays that good, pretty much. Though there are still some things that he can learn, he is pretty much a diamond in a rough diamond right now. As we see him walk up to his mom and say, "Mama, I want to learn how to play a electric guitar. I'm ready." As she looks at him as she says, "You know, kids your age usually want to be a firefighter, a policeman, and most of all, a hero. But you, on the other hand, you're just into music. You need to learn some other hobbies, son. I know you love music, but damn." As he says, "Mama said a bad word." As she chuckles as she says, "I'm sorry, son. I won't say it again." But yeah, you have learned pretty quickly how to play the guitar. It is very scary how fast you learn how to play the guitar, son. To be honest, it's like you were born to play the guitar. It's like you have learned how to play the guitar in your past life. I don't know, but what about this weekend? I'll give you Saturday. Yes, Saturday. We'll go to the mall and we'll go to a we'll go to a music store and we'll buy an electric guitar. Your choice. As Bonnie's eyes lit up in enjoyment and happiness as he jumps around as he's grabbed onto a Miracle's or Romi's arm, as he's saying, "Thank you, Mama, thank you, thank you, thank you." As she chuckles and she says, "No problem, my baby bunny." As he runs off. As she sighs as she thinks, "Oh God, it's bad enough that he's always playing that guitar. Now I'll have to get him an electric guitar. He's always so loud while playing his music." As she gets an idea. This might actually be a good idea. As we skipped to whenever it's the weekend. As before she took him to the music store, she bought a cute couple things. And Bonnie asked, "Mama, what are you doing? What are you buying?" As she says, "You know that room that we haven't been using at all? It is totally idle. It's been idle for too long. I think yeah. We're gonna use it, son. We're gonna use that room." As Bonnie smiles as she asks, "For what reason though? What's the room gonna be used for, Mama?" And she says, "For your music. For the instruments you play. Whenever you play your guitar is too loud. You play your guitar too loudly. I'm gonna make that room padded into a soundproof room, so throughout the house I cannot hear you. So nothing beyond those paddings can suppress all that sound in that room. so you can play to your heart's content, son. As you don't have to, how should I say, suppress your urge of playing your guitar. As he smiles, as he says, "Really, Mama?" As she says, "Yes, I know you have been holding back." As he smiles very wildly, as he says, "Thank you, Mama." As we skip 2 years later, and we're back to the present time. As you see Bonnie just drenched in sweat, as he has a black wife beater shirt on him and some lounging pants. If you don't know what lounging pants are, just think of them as pajama pants. As he is sweating right now profusely. As he smiles. As he says, "I think it's about time I stop. I've been going on like this for 2 hours straight. Mama's going to really nag me of how much I love music, but I can't help it," he thinks to himself. It's just an instinct in me. I love playing music. I can't help it. As we skip to whenever he takes a shower, he gets dressed. As he dresses in this type of outfit that you see here. As he doesn't have no, I'm gonna say he does have the jewelry as well. He does have the ring. He does have the straps and the chain around his arm. You see that? As he wears a type of bow tie and suit. As he likes wearing this type of stuff. As you see him walk into the kitchen, as it is 10 a.m. right now. As he says, "Hey, Mom." As he yawns a little bit. As you see Rumi in the kitchen with this outfit. As she got done with her jog a little while ago, as she's making breakfast right now. As she does her regularly routine jog around a few blocks. As she is done making breakfast, as she already has Bonnie's plate laid out for him. As she says, "Bon appetit, my little baby bunny," as she smiles. As Bonnie just looks at his mother, as he smiles very well, as he says, "Thank you, Mama." As he sits down on a stool in the kitchen, as he starts eating. As she made some waffles. Those, not those pre-made waffles that she just heated up. Nah, she made this breakfast homemade, pretty much from scratch. She made those waffles pretty much, made the starch, and she after making waffles, she covered the waffles in sugar, some powdered sugar. I think that's the type of sugar that you use for waffles, and she uses whipped cream, powdered sugar, and some strawberries, and covering all that in syrup. And with that, she has some sausage things to go at the side. As Bunny is very happy, as he loves this meal, this breakfast. As he starts to shove it down, she's eating with him. as she asks, "How was your night, um my baby bunny?" As he says, "It's good, Mama. It's good. It was a good night's sleep. I finally have a day off from school." As she says, "Yeah, yeah, you are very good on your studies, son. So you don't really need to worry about school in the first place. To be honest, I don't understand why whenever the tests come up during your semester, you get all freaked out. You know you're always the top of your class, son. So you need to calm down about that." As you just see Bunny just shrug as he says, "Yeah, whatever, Ma." As she says, "Don't call me Ma. Call me Mama, like you always do." As she says, "I know, you know I don't like you calling me Ma. It makes me feel old. Mama makes me feel at least younger. It reminds me of whenever you were a little baby." As she rubbed her cheek against his cheek as he's just rubbing her head against his. As she pretty much has her hand on her top of his head as she's just rubbing the top of his head. As she says, "I don't want you to ever grow up, my sweet baby boy." As he says, "Mama, you're embarrassing me right now." As his face is a little flushed, as he's kind of embarrassed. As that just made her want to tease him even more. As she teased him a little bit more, and time passes, and yeah. As we skip to when Bonnie is about to go out, as he's gonna ride his bike around town and just do what he does. As she says, "Bonnie." As Bonnie looks at her, as she says, "Be safe and remember, call me every 1 to 2 hours. If you can call me on that 1 hour, call me 1 to 2 hours." As he says, "Yes, Mama." As he walks out, as you see Rumi just looking at the door, as you see her turn her head towards the counter where her phone is. As she picks up her phone, she unlocks it, and she goes into an app on her phone. As you see a blinking red light that is moving away from the house. As she says, "I hope you don't mind, sweetie. Your mother is a little too overprotective." As she smirks, as she says, "No one's going to hurt my little baby boy. I'll make sure of that." As if I don't know where you are, then I'll have to put a tracker on you, so I know where you are, my baby boy. As we skip perspectives to Bonnie, who is oblivious to the fact that he has a tracker implemented into him. As we let me think on this. As we see Bonnie ride his bike towards a getaway, let's say, where all the kids at his school usually go to whenever they want to pretty much do have some fun. That's pretty much the meetup place where kids at school meet up with each other. As we see Bunny just ride his bike really fast, faster than a human would you normally ride his bike. As he's moving his legs pretty fast, as he's not even breaking a sweat. As you see him finally get there, as he is pretty much flying at this point, as he's about to hit a wall, as there were some kids in that area at the meetup, as they see Bonnie with this bike just pretty much skidding across the sidewalk. As they are freaking afraid, they're thinking that he's going to injure himself. As you see Bonnie do a trick on the bike, as he literally stops his bike inches away from the wall, as everyone is stunned, as they already knew that Bonnie was pretty cool to begin with, and he's even more cooler that he just did this. The only thing that they think is a downside of Bonnie is his quirk. His quirk is pretty unique, as his quirk is called animatronic transformation, as he can transform into couple Bonnie forms, as the how should I say, I'll get into that later. But the different forms that he takes or transforms into will be stronger than the other. Kind of like my baby what if. So yeah, that part is the same with the bunny baby what if. So yeah. But now let's stop. Let's continue on where we left off, as you see the skid marks across the sidewalk, as there was some smoke coming off of his tires, as everyone was cheering him after the moment of silence. You see people cheering him, saying, "Damn, Bonnie, you're a fucking badass," and yada yada yada. As he has always been a cool kid in school. How can he not be, with his looks, his attitude, as he is damn well near perfect in any girls and guys' eyes. Girls will be wooing over him, well, guys on the other hand will be either swooning over him as well or jealous. But stays on his good side. They don't want to fuck with him because, yeah, they know they'll get fucked up, because Bonnie is stronger than the average human would be, because of his own body. His body is different from a human's, as he is basically an animatronic / human combined, as he has human aspects, but parts of him is still animatronic-like. As he doesn't really bleed, as you would understand whenever I continue this what if, okay? As we see Bunny just walk toward um someone that was sitting down just watching him. As he walks up to that person as he says, "Yo, it's been a while." As the person looks out at him as he says, "Oh, Bonnie, it has been a while. What should I do, Bonnie? Why are you here?" As Bonnie looks at him as he says, "I need my money. You owe me $50. As the person that was just looking at him went wide eyes as he says, uh I can't pay right now. I I'm uh, I can't pay right now, Bunny, but I'm working on it. I promise you, Bunny, I'm sorry, but I can't pay." As Bunny smirks as he says, "You still can't pay, eh, Cyril?" As you see Cyril looking like this. As you see Cyril right here. As he's just looking like this, trying to hide the fact that he's scared shitless. As he just come and collect outside as he says, Bonnie, calm down, will ya?" As he gets up as he puts his arm around Bonnie's neck, trying to like buddy as he says, "Calm down, will ya? Have a drink." As they're all 10 right now. They're all 10 to 11 as they're not going to drink actual beer right now. Back kids will start doing that when they're at least 13 to 14. Now 14 to 15. Probably 13s would try, but they wouldn't like it. But as you see Bunny bring him to a cooler that has some sodas and different drinks that these kids all drink. As you see Bonnie just pick up a cream soda as he opens the can. He takes a sip as he says, "But here's the thing, Cyril. You keep telling me that you're out of money and doing out of money and all this, but the thing is, I own you, you little bitch." As you see him slam the can against Cyril's head with cream soda spattering all over his head and face. As you see Bonnie knee Cyril pretty much in the stomach. As you see Cyril spit saliva as his eyes went wide. As you see him hunched over on the ground as he's gasping for air. As you see Bunny crouch down, hold his hair and pull his head up to show his head to his, so they are eye to eye. As Bunny says, "You have gathered all these people here. I know what you do and all the ways that you made money. And there should be in no way that you would not give me my money by now. Unless, of course, you're a fucking retard, but I doubt you are." As you see Bonnie transform into his first form. Just imagining this form of Bunny, but just the animatronic form, as I couldn't really find any regular Bunny animatronic fan art. Just regular Bunny, I couldn't find any fan art of that. So just imagine this being regular Bunny animatronic. So yeah, as you see him looking pretty menacing with his red eyes just staring Cyril down, as Cyril is literally shitting in his pants right now, as Bonnie knows how to intimidate someone well in these forms. It's like second nature to him, as since the first time that he awakened his quirk, whenever someone was beating on him in school, saying that they are better than him and yada yada, just because he is the son of Miracle. He thinks he's all good. As well, he was getting beaten um that day. He awakened his first form, which was this. No, not his first form. He unlocked his quirk pretty much, as he transformed into his first form, which was this, or regular Bunny form in the first game pretty much. Think about the first game. Regular Bunny, as you see Bunny freaking scare the shit out of the kids that was beating on him, as he is relatively big, but he was a kid back then. So he immediately went up charging at the bullies, as he was angry, as they were talking about he was so good and being the Miracle's son. They called Miracle a bitch and different colorful names just to make Bunny mad. And they did make him mad. He was angry, pissed, livid, in fact, as he went charging and he hit the first kid, and the kid's face flew across the room as he hit the wall, and his head cracked, his skull cracked, and he fell unconscious after that. As the other kid saw that, and he was terrified, as he looks at Bonnie, as Bonnie is taller than the other boy at the moment, because he is still an animatronic, and even though he is a child, he'll be taller than the average child, or at least a little bit taller than everyone else in his class at that time, as that's only whenever he transforms though. He's in his regular height whenever he's in his human form. Yeah, pretty much. As you see Bonnie slowly, slowly walk up to the second bully that was beating on him, as the other bully was literally going back towards the wall, pretty much trying to find a way out, but couldn't. If he tried to run, he knows that Bunny would catch him within a second. So he just tried how should I say, passing for time, as he finally hit the back of the wall, as the bully thinks, damn, there's no way out, as he's looking into Bonnie's eyes as he is terrified at those eyes that are just staring at him, as Bonnie isn't saying anything, as all you could hear are some moans and sounds coming from his mouth here and there as he walks slowly toward the bully. As I'm going to go back to current times now, as you see Cyril just looking at those cold dead eyes of Bonnie in this form, as he is absolutely terrified. As like I said before, he is shitting in his fucking pants right now, just shivering. As you see Bonnie step it up a notch, as he thinks he wants to terrify Cyril a little bit more. As you see this form, withered Bonnie form, as it transforms into this, as the area around them start to dim out a little bit, as whenever he transforms into his form, he can manipulate the area around him to a certain point, as, or at least he makes the person think that he can manipulate the things to a certain point around them. Well, he's really controlling their mind to a certain point. He cannot change someone's behavior and make them stop, but he can change someone's perspective a little bit. Let's say if it's day outside, he can change the person's perspective to think it's nighttime and it's dark. As that's what he can pretty much do in this form. As he changed Cyril's perspective to night, and at a pizzeria, a certain little pizzeria, as Bonnie thought that this place was pretty fitting. An old run-down pizzeria that he saw from his childhood one day. As this is not the Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. No, this is some random pizzeria that kind of looks like Freddy's, kind of, but not. As you see Bonnie just staring at Cyril, as Cyril is just staring at Bonnie's eyes, just unwavering, not being able to blink, as he's just staring at those red eyes of Bonnie's, as he is feeling like he's having a heart attack, as Bonnie makes Cyril just walking around the pizzeria a little bit, trying to find a way out, but can't. The doors are locked. As this is the first night, as you see Cyril see Bonnie just standing on the stage, just looking at nothing pretty much, not even looking at him. Cyril is terrified of him as he runs to the nearest room, which pretty much was the night guard's room, or a night guard's room. As the first night begins, And I'm not going to get into the logic in this or anything like that. My what ifs are purely for fun. So yeah, don't think on the logic on anything I do on my what ifs. I try to make it as logical as possible, but some what ifs I just don't give a shit anymore. And yeah, so don't on this what if, just don't think of any logic at all. Just this is purely for fun. So yeah, as you see Zero just having this nightmare, trying to survive the night from Bonnie, the Five Nights from Bonnie. Instead of being Five Nights at Freddy's, it should be called Five Nights at Bonnie's. As Bonnie thought of this, as he thought, well, not Freddy's, but he thinks Zero is surviving 5 nights of this. If he survives 5 nights, then he'll be free from my mind control. I got a good idea. This should be my torture to anyone that opposes me. Any villain, any hero, anybody that opposes me. As he has a dark chuckle right now because he is in his withered bunny form. As he goes a little psychotic whenever he goes into his forms. As the more that he goes into his forms, the more that he'll have flashbacks of his past. And he'll have major migraines. So yeah. As he got flashbacks before whenever he used his bunny forms, but the flashbacks were too fast for him to recognize anything or anything. So yeah, as he only got snippets of stuff. As Zero is on his third night, as he almost survived until Bonnie came in and rushed. Imagine what Foxy does to the night guard. That's exactly what Bonnie does instead. Bonnie does that at the moment, as Cheryl couldn't react fast enough, as he literally died on the third night. As you see Cheryl scream in the real world, as you just see Bonnie in this withered form just staring at Cheryl, and Cheryl doing the same. As in the real world, this has only been 5 minutes. Well, when the world that Cheryl was in, it was 3 nights. 3 terrifying nights of jump scares, of terror, of pure and utter terror. As you see Bunny let go of Zero, as Zero's just on his knees, just shivering in fear. As you see Bonnie go back into his human-like form, as he says, Zero, give me the money. As Zero looks at him, as he picks a wallet from his back pocket, as he opens it, and he brings him the cash that he had on hand from all the bullying that he does. In this what if, Zero is a bully, as he has a little gang in their school, as they have a little hierarchy going on in that school of bullies. And Zero and Bonnie is, I wouldn't say Bonnie is technically a bully, but he is pretty high ups in the ranks of fighters, as he is the school's prince. He is pretty much everyone's golden boy. But yeah, he is pretty much nearly perfect on everything that goes on in that school. But I wouldn't say Bunny was good or bad. He did what he felt like he wanted to do. Sometimes he did good, sometimes he did bad. He really didn't care. As we see Bunny count the cash, as he says. 20, 30, 50, and yes, that's all. You got all my money. You got all my cash. Good job, Zero. And I hope to God that something like this doesn't happen again. As you see Bonnie give out a non-expression, an expressionless face, as whenever Zero saw his expressionless face, he saw Bonnie's forms. And it's not just the forms that Zero was absolutely terrified of. It was the pizza place itself. That place was so creepy and terrifying. He felt like there was ghosts in that place. He felt chills just thinking about the whole experience again, as he ran away as fast as he could, just praying that he doesn't cry in front of everyone else, as he wants to at least keep his rep up a little bit. Running away was bad enough from Bonnie as it was. It was terrible to his, pride. He took a huge hit right there, as everyone was in amazement and shock at what they just saw. All Bonnie had to do was punch Zero twice and transform into one of his forms in order to make Zero, how should I say, absolutely terrified, as they are in amazement, shock, and at the same time a little bit scared of Bonnie. But one thing is mutual to everyone. They respect him a lot. As during these times, whenever things are bad and there are a lot of gang stuff going around in their school, Bonnie is mostly the peacemaker between the gangs in the school, the gangs and the bullies and all that. As he makes everything chilled in the school. He is the calming factor that keeps the school together between order and absolute chaos. So yeah, without any further ado, that is the end of part 1. I hope you all liked this part, because I enjoyed making it. I hope you all have a good day or night, whatever your time zone is. And just to say, I thought of everything within this episode out of my fucking ass. Like, really, I didn't know where I was going with this fucking story. That's why you saw me pause the video a couple of times, because I honestly didn't know where I was going with the story. And yeah. So yeah. And I'm trying to make my videos a little bit more polished than they usually are. So yeah. I hope you all have a good day or night, whatever your time zone is. And after this video, I'm gonna make what if Deku was Killer Frost's daughter. And after that, I'm gonna do the poll on what if you want me to continue. So yeah, and I'll continue it until I finish it. And I'll continue doing that with a couple of my series. Whenever I finish them, I'm gonna bring one of those what ifs that I brought out in the trailer to take that what if's place. So yeah, I hope you all have a good day or night, and I've already said that, but I hope you all have a day or night, my monster family, and peace out, motherfuckers.